Okay, hi everyone. I am here at the Hyde Park Barracks, which is a museum in downtown Sydney. This is my third take of this video, so I really hope it goes well this time. Anyways, so the building that I'm in, the Hyde Park Barracks, was used as housing for convicts that were working on government projects and such when they arrived in Sydney. The building opened in the early 1800s, I believe it was like 1818, and it was used as convict housing until 1848, at which time it then became housing for immigrant females, and then it became an asylum. But anyways, I'm just going to show you a little bit of what the building looks like real quick here. So the room that we're currently in is, they kind of redid it to make it look like what it was when the convicts were living in here. So there's obviously, these are hammocks that the convicts slept in, and I'm not sure how well you can see the room, but there's about 70 hammocks hanging in here. So obviously it's kind of crowded, but when they were in need of extra housing, they would hang a second layer of hammocks from the beams up above, so it would be even more housing in here. Then I'll walk across the room and show you an empty room where you can kind of see the construction of the building better. And you can hear that voice in the background. It's a ghost. This place is haunted, I think. Okay, let me show you. So this is the open room. So anyways, you can kind of see the beams on the top, and then like the roof is made out of wood and the walls are all made out of brick. And we learned a little bit about the architecture of it, but sorry, I turned the camera, I always forget. There's the ceiling again, the wood beams and everything else. So anyways, they were very specific about the architecture of the building. It was actually quite an architectural feat at the time, and everyone was pretty impressed with what was going on. So let me I'll zoom in over here in the corner, and I see if I can show you. So these are little kind of holes into the room, so whoever was kind of watching at night, like the guards or whomever, could see, and they believe these were installed later after the building was built. The guards didn't really have a ton of control over what was happening. I mean, there were 600 inmates living in here, convicts living in here, but anyways, they did put those in eventually so they could try to curb some of the bad behavior that was happening at night. But anyways, so this is the top level where most of the housing was and whatnot. After it was no longer an asylum, it became government law offices and courts. And then finally in 1979, they finally decided that was going to become a museum, and it took like 4 years to renovate it and get it all up to museum standards. And then I think since maybe it's since 1990, it has been part of the Sydney Living Museums tour, which is Sydney Living Museums group, which is which runs a lot of the museums in downtown Sydney here. But anyways, so that's all. I will check in with you if I do anything else interesting today. Otherwise, I will talk to you later. Bye.